One. Here we go. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 301. Those of you might notice something different. Where's your light, Nick? Well, there's a reason for that. The power went out in my house, but I'm able to record this video, no problem. I can't upload it. Yeah, it's gonna have to wait that the power comes back on for me to upload it. So it might be about a few videos basically for me to do this. So, in the case of this particular video, we're here discussing episodes 38 to 44 of Hurricaneger. Now, in the case of these episodes, 38 does feature basically the whole thing. This one is like turning people into balloons. This one, yes, seriously, that's one of the plots. This one. And I rather not use this thing because the Wi-Fi is not working. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so let's see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, this one basically is also a subplot in here where it's the whole thing what happened in the previous episode, in episode 37, where they had the first time where they have the combined mechs, but apparently after that one battle, after combining three Megazords into one, two Megazords and an extra sword into one, the tricopter, that's what they call the thing, it's damaged. So, and of course, all the three showing metals that make it up, they break. So they try to figure a way to fix it. And of course, not Kabuto, it's his brother, the Tuss Ninja. Koragawa Ishu. Yes. He starts to have doubts. And then, for some strange reason, like, by the way, he's at his old school. And then, like, a bolt of lightning comes out of nowhere and just strikes the mountain, the hill right behind him. Like, oh, there's this magical cave. And he goes inside and finds a katana. No, you're thinking not katana pull. So this is basically like a ninja style katana with a double blade. Apparently, this belonged to his late father. Yep. And I believe this was his father's, like, probably in flashback, probably his last appearance in the series. Yeah, this is his last ever appearance. This time, kind of appearing as a hallucination. Kind of. That's most exactly what's on here, this one. Yep. Everybody showing knows because the sword is apparently an evil sword. So, and he practices this special technique, and apparently the technique actually hurts the people who are closest to him. And then later on, he uses that particular thing to beat the monster by breaking the thing in half, and using the same ability to defeat the monster anyways. But really good character reason for him. 39 is basically the debut of the seventh and final of these seven spears. His name, by the way, 39 and 40 is basically just a two-parter. Yeah, it's a two-parter. That is the debut of Senendaru. Now, those familiar with his Power Ranger called Ninja Storm, this guy was a bounty hunter in Ninja Storm. Yes, so he also sets up a plot thread over the course of the next episode, all about something called the Raging Arrow. Like, basically, getting this weird, this meteorite, I think it's a ball, enveloped rage. And also, throughout these two episodes, still they try to figure out who Hurricaneger is. Now, the Hurricaneger have disguise in this episode. Yes, he does. As a matter of fact, he disguised himself as as Time Yellow in this episode. Yep. Yeah, and also the open Tensei goes as first of 2 times in the course of these episodes we have a change. This one has Sandaru to Tensei goes replacing Meru, who was killed in episode 37. Now he's here. He has like, ooh, let's work together. And heck, they even have the 3 other spears basically battle him. Actually, 4 other ones. To test his ability, and of course he's kind of really the strongest, and he's basically like a master plotter. Like he plans. It's like basically he's there to plant seeds for the end of the series. That's mostly what exactly what he's here for. He battles also the Hurricaneger the first time. Yeah, it's a really interesting 2-parter. Yep. Yeah, and the monster for this episode, which is let's see, 39. This is Sergein's final monster he has of the whole series. So this monster is personally piloted. Is it pilot him? No, but it is his last one. Mostly put it's like, oh, he's weak, but not really. He basically, every time he hit to defeat him, there's a lot of evosive stuff. And we also hint of basically Gorzen throughout this whole thing. More hints of this person. We actually see this person for the first time, though basically a masked version. You don't hear this person speak. And then when they show later on what this person looks like, oh, it's a teddy bear. And the scroll says novice. We'll get to more of that. But a really interesting 2-part. It starts up basically him. And then, like, the very next episode, 41, Hurricaneger's sister returns. First time she's appeared in the series since, like... And here's the thing. Hers is kind of like the B-plot of this episode. Yes. Now, you might find this interesting, though. This would be her first appearance in the series since episode 4. Yeah, she does make one appearance after this one. She does. Mm-hmm. Her whole thing in this episode, she finds out that her brother's one of the Hurricanegers. And there's all thing at the end of the episode where the Kabuto tried to race him, but lucky enough, basically, Red and Blue stop this robot. And she goes off. And mostly but she's here because there's issues with her visa. So she has to get new visa and passport to go back to Africa. And, oh yeah, it's really back, definitely. But then they reveal, that this is going to unlock the Raging Arrow. They finally unlock, and then the next 2 episodes basically explore this. Though this would also sadly be Sergein's final appearance in the series as a regular. Yes, final appearance. Because he also unleashes his final one of these robots. Now, 40, I should point out, though, something interesting about this one is that 40, is the final time we see a copy ninja in the series. Yeah, a copy giant. Yep, so he unleashes his third of the Kakari Giant Megameat in this 2-parter. He unleashes that, and it's very weak. It gets easily destroyed. And then, like, the very next episode, right afterwards, he basically unleashes a giant version of himself and unleashes the Raging Arrow. It's like basically like a big sword. That's most of what it is. And also in these 2 episodes, we finally hear Gorzen speak. But it's a voice synthesizer to disguise the fact who this person is. We remember who this person is into episode 44. Now, those of you also curious though, does Hurricaneger, does he disguise himself anybody else in these next 2 episodes? Well, in the case of episode 42, he disguised himself as, well, the actor comes in the one who plays Shishi Ranger from Die Ranger. Yeah, he plays a fisherman. Yep. It is interesting the fact we have a one-off Green Ranger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it seems like he overhears the conversation, and that's kind of what this thing is. Though, interestingly put, basically, that they have to withdraw, and then, like, for next episode, they eventually destroyed the robot that Sergein has, and then Sergein escapes. and he's like smoking, and it seems like he's about to be destroyed. And he's like even takes out his swords. Like first, it's probably the third time I can think of in this series. He actually takes swords out. He's like, "Come on, Hurricanegers, I'm right here. Take me on." And then Sundaro basically proceeds to destroy his swords and stab him and say, "I'm getting tired of your howness." Now, I had to look up what this word meant because I have never heard this before. Now, this is an English word. Apparently, it's a sign of being superior, arrogant, and show a sign of disdain. That is mostly put what it means because I had never heard of the word before, honestly. I've heard many words, but this one I did not. I had to look up what this word meant because I didn't know what the word meant at all. But, so, he's stabbed, and Sergei is killed. Though he does briefly in the flashback for the next episode. But this is the last time we see him in the series as a regular. He does appear one-off a little later, but yeah, he's dead. You're thinking, wow, this is they had just killed off a general, just not even like 7 episodes prior to this, when we have another death already. Yep, but at least they waited a while. I would say this is a short period of time that between death of the first and second one they killed off in the series, because technically the one that they killed before, that was briefly revived after being dead for like 1 episode. He was brought back to the next episode, but it's a clone, but technically it's still him. But he's there at episode 37. So that's the end of Sergain. So the very next episode, so the end of the episode, they get their hands on the Raging Metal. And of course they want to go to Gores and to basically steal it. Yeah, so yeah, then 44, we finally unveil who the heck Gores is. We finally see who Gores is. And it's a beautiful woman. Yep, it's a beautiful woman. I'm like, damn. And since she appears in the episode, let's show off what she looks like. That's her. That's Lady Gorzen. Who, and get this, they actually did bring this character over to Ninja Storm. You're thinking, how? They made her into Cam's mom. Because, of course, basically she's the closest to him. I'm not sure why. So, she's played by Hitomi Mawa, who at the time when this one airs was in 2003. She was only about 25 when this aired, and she looks really good. Though apparently the actors did also return for Dawn Brothers. Yeah, as a recurring character in that series in 2022, roughly 9 years after, I would say about 8 years that this thing ended. So she must have been in her 30s. In fact, they aired in 2022, so she must have been about, I'd say about 34. Yep. So she reveals her real name is Kagura, and the fact that they also about this other, what exactly the grieving arrow is. It's a stone that was basically found by ninjas across the whole world 570 years prior to the series. And this led into the famous battle that was mentioned back in like the debut of the Gal Rangers, which is interesting. So she's like a neutral party, and she has to get involved because of the grieving arrow. And where is it, I might ask? It's inside her forehead. Yep. That's how it was sealed her. And this is kind of what keeps her young, because, well, I'm not going to reveal more about this, but yes, and of course, where they continue to protect the thing and protect the planet, and of course, they agreed to work together. Yeah, the Hurricanegers have no problem with this at all. Not really, no. They have no problem working with her because they trust her, and the fact that, well, that we now know who it is. Yeah, and of course, Yusuke basically describes her as cute. Yes. Yeah, because she was really Yusuke's cockpit, which makes her public debut. But yeah, and by the way, Yusuke actually saves her in the episode, so she says, "Thank you, Yusuke, for saving my life." Yep. But damn good 7 episodes. Love them. So yeah, that's particularly a particular review. Uh, Want to get this up? Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Well, I would do a comic corner, but I need access to the internet for that one, so I'm gonna basically wait to do that one. So more Hurricaneger. Okay, next video. Bye.